Prepare to be inspired by Kelli Folsom, an award-winning and internationally collected artist, founder of Art Life School and mentor to thousands of artists. With over 150,000 followers online, she's authored 5 transformational books, igniting creativity worldwide. At 30 years old, Kelli courageously followed her true calling, breaking free from past conditioning and a poverty mentality. Her story is a testament to passion, determination, and the belief that we can all achieve greatness. Through her platform online, the Art Life School, Kelli continues to empower artists to embrace their dreams and turn their artistic visions into reality. Join us as Kelli shares her incredible journey and insights on following your calling, overcoming obstacles, and building a successful, fulfilling life that's a masterpiece. Please welcome Kelli Folsom. Welcome, Kelli.
All right, so it's at the end of a very long day. You know how time seems to go by so slow when you're doing something that you absolutely hate? I was covered in flour and sweat, and after several hours of hard work, I looked around to see what I had just created. I was surrounded by bread. And that's not a bad thing if you like baking. And I had just discovered that I hate baking. Yes. You see, what had happened was I had convinced my husband to move us across the country, away from my family, my friends, my old job. I thought it would be so exciting to travel. I wanted to see all the things, all of America. The problem was that in just a few weeks in my new city, I had already seen it all. And now, day after freaking boring day, I seem to be faced with an endless number of hours to fill with no idea how to fill it. At the time, what I wasn't admitting to myself was that my life was half-baked. All this boredom was actually kind of a blessing, though, because it gave me a lot of time to think. A lot. And as the days wore on, memories started to come back up to me. I started to remember how, whenever I was a little girl, I loved to paint and draw. And I remember at 16 years old, I was grappling with the concept of what could I do with my life. I was so confused, and I knew that I had great potential, and I knew that I wanted to go to college, but I had no clue what for. Everything just sounded so boring. And so one day I came home, and I went to go check the mail, and I grabbed the mail, and I usually didn't pay that much attention to what was in the mail, but today something in there caught my eye. It was a beautiful brochure for an art college in Philadelphia. And on the front, it said, "Kelli, you are the chosen one." Just kidding. No. It said, "You're invited to apply." So I ran in the house so excited that I had solved the problem of my future and showed my mom the brochure. She took a good look at the price tag and said, "Oh, no, we can't afford that. There's no way you're going." She actually wanted me to marry a preacher, y'all. I mean, girl, what was she thinking? So I graduated in a few months, and I got shipped off to Bible college. I quickly became a Bible school dropout and also got married. Not to a preacher, thankfully. So there I was trying to decide what to do with my life now. And every time I thought about creating something new for myself or maybe reconnecting to my artistic spirit, all of these thoughts would come up, self-doubts like, oh, you're not good enough, maybe you're not talented enough, you're too old, it's already too late. Don't you know that college is only for 18-year-olds? And you're 28, you old lady. And the next thoughts that would come up to me were messages that I received from my family growing up. Things like, you're so lazy, you don't like to work hard, you are way too sensitive. I mean, so sensitive all the time. And you're too insecure. So it was in that moment that I had to make a decision to step out of my past conditioning and step into my future calling. So I made 2 decisions. 1, go into art school. Done. 2, divorce the husband. The 2 best decisions I've ever made in my whole life. Thank you. And I enrolled in art college and began to work on this journey. Now, the first thing that we need as a painter to create something new is, you guessed it, a blank canvas. And the problem was that if I was born into this world as a blank canvas, by the time I was in my late 20s, I felt as if my picture had already been painted by somebody else. So we already have our blank canvas here. And over the last 15 years, painting has taught me everything that I need to know about creating change and growth in my life. And I'd like to share some of those lessons with all of you here today. Okay? Yeah. So we're going to paint something. Okay, as you are progressing, can y'all see okay? Yeah. Is this okay? Okay. As you are starting to follow your calling, the very first thing that we need to do is get a general idea. Are y'all getting Bob Ross vibes right now, buddy? With better hair and a great ass. So the first thing that we need to do is get a general idea of where we're going. It doesn't have to be perfect. In fact, most people may not even know what the hell it is that you're creating at this stage. And so you have to keep creating, keep trusting yourself. You're building a foundation to work with here with happy little trees. Forgive me, I'm getting a lot of glare, so I have to kind of change directions. All right. So we're roughing it in. You're just getting a raw idea. It's not about perfection. You're just trying to get started. Now, the next step as you're building, the next stage of creation, is to embrace the unexpected. Nothing ever really goes as we expect, right? Now, in art, is like with the glare stuff going on. So, in making art, there can be a lot of confusion. There's a lot of unknowns. And it's the same when it comes to following our calling. And we can't really figure it all out all at once, right? And so we just have to roll with it, right? Keep building, keep going, keep building. And sometimes you might even make a mistake. Oh, no. So just think about Bob Ross, right? Everybody knows who Bob Ross is, the crazy Afro dude. And how he would say, you guys already beat me to the punch. Yes, okay, there are no mistakes. There are only say it again. Happy accidents. Thank you. That's beautiful. Beautiful. Happy accidents. I love it. You're doing great. Am I talking to you or me right now? So, what is the next stage? Let me see if I can remember what the next stage is. Okay. The next stage, as you're following your calling, is taking action. And in painting, our action looks like brushstrokes. And we can only make one brushstroke at a time. And not all brushstrokes are alike either. Sometimes they don't go according to plan. Sorry, I have to do this. I can't see. Sometimes you're going to make bold brushstrokes. Other times you're going to make scared shitless brushstrokes. And sometimes you're going to make very careful brushstrokes and detailed brushstrokes. And other times you're going to make very free, go with the flow, follow the moment brushstrokes, right? So that is how we take action as we are going towards our calling. So I'm going to make some of those brushstrokes now. How about some bold ones in here? Does that sound good? Yeah. Nice, juicy paint. Look at that. Yummo. Yummy, yummy, yummy. To my tummy. To my eyes. And, enjoy the brushstrokes that you're making. Try to detach from the finished product and enjoy what you are creating today as you're creating it. Sometimes we can get so attached to how we want it to go, how we want it to turn out. Will everybody like this or not? And as long as we're hanging on to that, those kind of thoughts, we're not really being present with our creation. We're not really being present and in the moment with it and fully connecting to it. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay, I'm out of time. Okay, now, of course, whenever we are close to being completed, there's something else that we do as artists. You may have heard of this. I like to call it a Monet moment. Is everybody familiar with the famous French impressionist Monet? Okay, and did all the paintings, water lilies and all the things. Fat, nice little mustache going. And with Monet, is everybody aware of how you need to step back from the painting so that you can see everything more clearly? Because the dude has some crazy-ass brushstrokes going on in his paintings. But that's something that we do in painting. We take a step back and we evaluate where we're at. We see, how's all this coming together? How's it working here? What else does it need? Does anything need adjusting? Anything need fine-tuning? And that is generally one of the final stages of the creative process, right? So you take a step back, you evaluate, you think it through, you get some perspective, right? So that you can see the whole picture, not just, you're being in the thick of it and kind of losing sight of what's going on. And much like this rose your calling and your creation starts to unfold little by little. And you start to see it coming together more towards the end. Now, there's one last thing that we do in order to put our sacred stamp of approval on it. Before we do that, before we sign it, there's one other thing that I want to mention to you about creating, and that is we're always creating. So even if you put your stamp of approval, your sacred seal, your signature on it, there's always another creation waiting, calling for you to create that thing next. Like I know as an artist, I might finish this painting, but there is always another painting waiting to be painted, waiting for me in the pipeline, right? So, and that means that I get to evolve. You know, the nature of life is that I get to evolve. I get to keep creating. Get to keep growing. So even whenever I went to art school, I didn't stop there. I didn't stop at the degree. You know, I learned how to paint and talk at the same time. Yes, I am a freak. Oh, yeah. I heard that. And so that's what we get to do in life. I learned how to teach. I learned how to show and sell my artwork. I kept evolving. I kept growing. And now I'm here today learning how to do this in front of all of you. Thank you. So sweet. And one last thing I promised Michelle. We're almost done. Does it kind of look like a rose? Okay. All right. So before I sign it, the question that I have for all of you today to consider is, what is your next creation that you want to put your signature on? What's calling you next? What's next for you? Thank you. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you.
So what are we doing with this lovely piece?
And I don't know if anybody can see it with all the glare.
We can see it beautifully.
Oh, you can?
It's gorgeous,
okay.
by the way.
Okay. So when I thought about doing this, which, by the way, I've never painted a painting this big in 5 minutes. I've never painted a painting in 5 minutes, period. So, yeah. So now I know. I've broken the 4-minute mile. So when I thought about doing this, I really wanted, I had what I feel like was divine inspiration to be able to support Marilyn and Marilyn's mission with her right to learn. And so what I thought might be fun is for us to auction this off to somebody in the audience before lunch. Now, if you do not live here, Marilyn is going to ship the painting to you once the painting is dry. There is a small additional cost to that if you want that. I think it's $50, I believe. You'll need to check with her. But yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Shall we get the bidding started?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I will tell you that obviously this piece was created very quickly, but the value of most of my work is at this size is $3,000. Okay? So let's start at $100. Anybody went? Okay, Dave. Anybody else? Okay.
200.
200. Let's go. What?
200.
Okay, 300. Yep.
300.
Awesome. 400.
I'll do 400.
400. Okay, fantastic. How about 450? 450. Dave. Okay, 500. 500. Kareem.
Right on.
550. 550. Do I hear 550? Anybody? Did I see a hand for
550.
Okay.
I'll do
All right.
600.
600. Okay. Oh gosh. Okay. So let's go to 700 because I know everybody's hungry and wants some damn tacos.
700.
700.
Yay.
Yeah. Awesome. 750. 750. Do I hear 750? 750. Okay. Okay, let's kick it up a notch. Let's kick it up a notch, y'all. How about 850? Do I hear 850?
Remember the kids and the school. There we go.
850. You get a beautiful painting and
Marilyn
you get to
is in
support.
tears, by the way, already.
Okay, let's go. Let's go all the way to 1,000. Anybody?
1,000.
1,000? Oh my God. Okay,
1,000.
all right. We got a competition going on here. 1,200. 1,200. Anybody want to do 1,200? Anybody want to? Okay, 1,200. 1,250. Okay. Okay.
14. 14. Okay.
14. 14. Anybody want to go to 14?
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
This is exciting.
Fantastic. All right, 1,500.
1,500.
1,500. 1,500. Do I see a 1,500 person? I'm like, damn, girl. Damn, girl. Okay. 1,550, 1,550. How about 1,555?
1,555.
Oh, 1,555. Okay, yeah. Love it. 1,600, 1,600. Do I hear 1,600? I see a 1,600. I've done a few of these. 1,600.
Bidding war.
All right, 1,750. We got a 1,750.
She's taking it.
Damn, girl. 2,000. 2,000. Okay. All right. 2,250.
2,000.
Anybody else?
2,250.
2,250. Oh my God. Okay. 2,400. 2,400. 2,400. I hear. Okay. 2,400. 2,500. 2,500. Do I see a 2,500 kind of gal in this room? Who's got that 2,500 for me? Okay. Thank you very much. Fantastic. How about 27? 27. 2,700, 2,700.
2,400?
Yes.
Did it?
Yes.
No, that's 2,400 here. Okay.
No.
2,500 over here. It was 25.
We're at 27. We're at 2,700.
I missed one. All right, 20.
Okay. 2,700 we're at over here. Okay. So who's going to beat that for me? Who wants to do 2,850?
3,000.
Damn! I witness a fucking badass in the room. Okay, and what do you want to give me? What do you think she's not going to bid over?
5.
And I think, are we sold? And we're sold.
5,000. What? Marilyn, come back.
Marilyn, come up here, Marilyn. Come on, Marilyn.
Would you come up, please? Come on up to the
And
stage.
I think if you need shipping, she'll do it for free now. Hi, baby. Yes, let's get a photo of this. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, there you go.
That's exciting. Take a photo. Wow. Look at Katie.
Thank you all.
I would love to say something about this. Like, come closer, both of you, Marilyn especially.
I get paint on you, but
I want to witness, and I would love for everyone here to understand the power of Marilyn stepping into her fullest expression, which involved people like Katie, who called her to a higher standard last year of expression. I mean, this has been a village effort right here, and I would love to just acknowledge your work in that, how you've continually stepped in. She's been in my program paying the fees for 7 years. And showing up every week, showing up to our calls, showing up to these events every single time, not missing one, to step up to a higher standard continually in service. And I just witness you on your path, and thank you for doing that. And I just love everybody to understand that. And you, thank you. And C, thank you. Thank you. And Kelly, thank you. This is a beautiful example of the power of expression and leadership. Thank you.
You're welcome, baby. Love you.
Let's take a couple photos.
Yes,
You're over here with us. Thank you.
Thank you, love.
Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome cause.
Thank you all.